Malo, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com, a wrap of Pasifika Peoples sports on this beautiful, bright and sunny Tuesday morning, 4th October 2022, coming to you from paradise on the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And we start with rugby. All 26 games of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2022 takes place in Auckland and Whangārei from 8th October, with the final on 12th November at Eden Park. Hosts and five-time winners New Zealand are defending champions. England is on a 25-game winning streak, and Fijiana make their Rugby World Cup debut. New Zealand Black Ferns co-captain Ruahei Demant says, "You kind of dream of opportunities like this, playing a Rugby World Cup at home, but you never think it'll happen. To be one of the lucky ones, the right time in our careers, the stars are aligned. I can't describe it." And Australian captain Shannon Perry says, "It's been a long time coming, but this is great to have a Rugby World Cup in the heartland of New Zealand. And the opening day at Eden Park is going to be massive, not only for women's rugby, but for rugby around the world. It's going to be absolutely epic." You can just feel it all building up nicely for a brilliant Rugby World Cup. Good on you, girls. In Rugby League, is he nuts or what? Big Mal Meninga has announced the Australian Kangaroos squad for the upcoming Rugby League World Cup with 13 debutants. But Dally M medalist Nico Hines, Cronulla Sharks, the best player in the Australian comp this year, 38 votes, the highest ever for the Dally M tally. Clive Churchill medalist Dylan Edwards, the Panthers fullback, who was named the player of the final with that medal, and Rabbitohs gun hooker Damien Cook have all missed out. The Australian Kangaroos Rugby League World Cup squad: Josh Addo-Carr, Matt Burton, Reagan Campbell-Gillard, Patrick Carrigan, Dally Cherry Evans, Nathan Cleary of the Panthers, of course, Lindsay Collins, if you don't know him, he's with Sydney Roosters, Ruben Cotter, Angus Crichton, Tino Fa'asuamaleau of the Gold Coast Titans, Campbell Graham, Harry Grant of the Storm, Valentine Holmes of the Cowboys, Ben Hunt pushed out Api Koroisau, Liam Martin, Latrell Mitchell, Cameron Munster, Cameron Murray, who is also the vice-captain, Jeremiah Nanai, Murray Tuolangi, James Tedesco, captain, Jake Trobovich of Manly, Jake Witten of Canberra Raiders, Isaiah Yeo of the Panthers, and the three unlucky standby players again, Dylan Edwards, Nico Hines, and Damien Cook. In boxing, it sounds like it's off. We're not going to play a game with a bloke that's just coming out yelling, and then says he's a dosser. He's got to sign it, etc. Have your fight and we'll do our thing and we'll see what happens. That's Anthony Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearns. Sounds like kids fighting in a sandpit. And in football, an independent investigation into the U.S. National Women's Soccer League has found emotional abuse and sexual misconduct systemic in the sport, impacting multiple teams, coaches and players, according to a report released on Monday. Abuse in the U.S. National Women's Soccer League is rooted in a deeper culture in women's soccer, beginning in youth leagues, that normalizes verbally abusive coaching and blurs boundaries between coaches and players. Former acting U.S. Attorney General Sally Yates wrote in her report, "Sounds like someone just opened a big can of worms." For TEIVOVOsports.com, I'm Kalden Kamir. Mahalo, vina'a, and thank you. Please hit the subscribe button below if you'd like to receive more Pasifika sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. And thank you all, Tubas, for all your love and support.